And we are live, people. The Celebrity Doctor is back. As you guys come in, let me know that you can hear me and see me before we get into everything. I missed y'all so much. I even got the belt for y'all. We ain't had the belt on in a real long time, okay? Because this need to be me. All right, I missed y'all. It's real hard being a one-man show. Let me know you can hear me and see me as you guys coming in, and we're going to get right into our stories. Today, the Celebrity Doctor is here. Can y'all hear me? Somebody give me a yes. Somebody give me a check. Somebody give me a mic check. Say you can hear me. And we're going to hop right into these stories. Now, I know these commercials be playing. It take a minute. But everybody that come in, Jazzy said, I hear your doctor. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first story. And I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, all right? Now, shout out to Khadijah. Now, you know we always going in on your sister Malika, because we don't like Malika. We messes with Khadijah over here, because Khadijah got married. She had children. She went down there to Texas, and she wasn't all of Khloe's butt, Khloe's throat, and Khloe's cervix the way that Malika be. Because, see, Malika never found no life on her own. Malika never achieved anything on her own volition. The last time we saw Malika, Tasha Smith was smacking her and her big photo-head ass sister all up and through the screen on ATL, which is so damn old. The last time we saw Malika, she was around there on Hollywood Divas, fighting the trans dude, talking about what he mixed with. The last time we saw, so we don't think Malika over here, okay? We like Khadijah, but even Khadijah's husband then filed for divorce from her. He wants some money. He wants some spousal support. I guess he done ran through all his NFL money. What's up with y'all getting with failures? Yeah, you know, y'all was all up in the Kardashians' asses for all those years, and y'all didn't learn shit. Y'all didn't learn how to hustle. Y'all didn't learn how to get a man's with money. What's wrong with y'all paying the men's? Come on now, Khadijah. And Malika ain't no better over there, you know, still asking her baby daddy for nut. And then when he didn't want to give her no nut, she was trying to ask Rob Kardashian for nut because God knows he had a weak moment and fucked you 15 years ago and you still ain't got over it since. Now, I remember when Rob screwed Khadijah in the back of his mammy house 15 years ago. You know, they didn't use not nail rubber, and she was praying that Armenian seed went into her uterus so she could be forever connected to Khloe, because like I told you, big foot here to ask Malika, your soulmate is Khloe. Khloe can't keep a man. Don't nobody love her. Don't nobody ever will. The best love she ever got was from a crackhead. She ain't even got her own daddy. Malika, don't nobody love you. Ain't nobody hollering off you. Ain't nobody tripping off you. Ain't nobody studying you. And now Khadijah, you ain't got no man, and you finna have to pay your man with kid. What you gonna do, girl? Because Hollywood show ain't calling for you. They forgot about you and your sister a real long time ago. Now, the best thing I can do is write you and your sister a script to simply go back to Khloe. Remember back in the day when Khloe had you on the dog chain and your sister on the dog chain and crazy ass making good on the dog chain while making good over there fucking Martin Luther King Part 3? Y'all gonna go back to Khloe, run a train on Khloe, and be her hoes, because that was the best accomplishment y'all ever had. Y'all didn't really accomplish nothing after that. Y'all didn't make none of yourselves after that. And the only reason why this article even made it to TMZ is because of your prior affiliation of Khloe. I bet it's a whole lot of bitches reading this shit right now on TMZ talking about who? And they had to Google your name to see back in 2005 when Khloe was the pimp and you and your sister was the hoe. I fought you and y'all mammy and pappy for raising y'all with such low self-esteem that y'all hung around people for years and really didn't give a fuck about you. Speaking of you and your big foot-headed ass sister Khadijah, even North knew that Malika was full of shit and was throwing her all kinds of shade. Even Courtney said, no, even Kim said, you ain't shit. Y'all some ain't shit assholes. Go back to Khloe. Go back to Big Mama, Big Lotto, Big Khloe. Run a train on her and get paid for the rest of y'all life, because that's the best you're gonna ever do. Don't nobody love you, Khadijah. Don't nobody love you, Malika. And Khloe, no damn well she came into the world without a motherfucker loving her. Oh my God. Damn, that water's good. Let me tell y'all something. I know they say we ain't supposed to be drinking out these cups and this, that, and the third, but this water tastes damn good out of red Solo cup. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. All right, moving right along from that. Okay. Let's go around here. We're going to share this screen right here. Hold on one second. And bam. All right, so we got to talk about Ben Affleck and JLo. So we gonna go ahead and sing it. We got that. One. That Wonder Bread news. We got that. That Wonder Bread news. That still as news. That drunken news. Resistance news. Not singing as news. We got that Wonder Bread. Wonder Bread. We got that Wonder Bread news. So we got big-headed ass Ben Affleck, you drunk gambling bitch. And we got JLo non-singing ass. Them two put together, they are Hollywood's, I say Hollywood's failures. Y'all call them Hollywood royalty. Supposedly they A-list. I call them Hollywood's failures because quite frankly, they both then fell off. All that glamour magic that JLo done used over the years ain't working no more. She is allegedly on tapes, sucking ass and eating pipe all up and through Diddy house. So she is worried out of her mind. Everything flopping, the tours flopping, the music flopping, the show flopping, the movie flopping. Even when she was trying to do her own autobiography, she had to play all 53 parts because nobody wanted to come. Nobody cares, Jennifer. And the same thing with you, Benjamin. What in the hell is wrong with you? You are such a fucking cuck, you asshole. Let me tell you something. How do you go from being at the top of your game in Hollywood, being best friends with Matt Damon, to having to circle the block and marry JLo, all because Jennifer Garner didn't want you no more? You know, Jennifer Garner is an Aries, and one thing about them Aries females, they will put up with a lot of shit until they don't, and she threw your dumb ass out and she don't want you back. You know it's bad when an old wife talking to the new wife doing her best to keep you in line. Here's the thing. They then finally came out and said why Ben had to divorce Jennifer and move out expeditiously. I thought it was because he got tired of her practicing her vocals all around the house and sounding a hot damn mess. But no, it wasn't just that. He said she lived a lifestyle that was not conducive to his sobriety. So I want us to really take that in. Ben said JLo was such a horrible person to deal with. He got on her nerves so much. Now, mind you, JLo worked 52 jobs, so she really ain't never at home anyway. But he said this bitch is so controlling that she is going to drive me back to drinking. For my own sobriety, I have to get away from her. And Jennifer, I am here to let you know that all them years that your mammy was whooping your ass and whooping your sister ass and whooping your other sister ass, and you had all these, pent up aggressions because you thought nobody loved you, nobody understood you, nobody got it, nobody believed in your dream of singing, but baby, you couldn't sing. It's time for you to go ahead and forgive old Guadalupe that didn't understand what auto-tune and stealing black women's vocals was going to do for your career, boo-boo. They did not see it. That's why they wanted you to go to college and to sell insurance, because they knew for sure that you could answer a telephone and write things and clickety-clack on a computer, or back in your day, a motherfucking typewriter, because you do remember a typewriter. They knew you could do that, but what they did not know was that you could sing. Now, you said you had been singing ever since you were a little girl, which meant you have been off key since you were a little girl, which means at the ripe age of 65, you ain't been able to hit a note in 65 years, which meant that music was probably never your thing and probably never really for you. How does it feel, to go into the recording studio and just basically add some ad-libs and some, hey, come on, play that song. It turns me on. Just turn it out. Wait a minute, that wasn't even you. Bitch, you didn't even do the chorus. That was Christina Milian too. All you said was, play my song. You didn't say none of the shit, but you took credit for it. Didn't you feel some kind of way every time you went into the studio and they said, don't worry about it, Jennifer, just go home, we'll figure it out by the time you got back? And then when you came back, it wasn't your voice. They just put your fucking name on the record? You've been alive since the beginning. You wasn't running up and down the block. You always had pigtails, so your hair was never wild. You was a cactus schoolgirl. You wasn't even that damn poor. Your ass got mad because your parents didn't believe in your damn singing career because, bitch, they heard you singing in the shower, singing at the TV, singing on the toilet stool. If you could never, insane. And if it wasn't for Celine or dying, and you going and resurrecting her soul and putting it inside of you, God damn, you wouldn't have never had no career. You wouldn't have never had one. You would have never had one. Okay? So let it go. Much like you got to let this man go. You can't keep a man. You can't keep a boyfriend. You can't keep a friend. You can't keep nobody. Maybe you a bulldagger. Maybe that's the real issue. Maybe everybody don't want you bossing them around. Have you ever thought about that, Jennifer? Now, you thought because you were in a circle the block when Ben Affleck was in a weak, sour place in his life and you screwed that man and threw that thing on him and you did the split on the tip because you work out 3-4 hours a day because don't nobody want you no more. Unless it's a dancer that you got to pay his bills. And let me tell you something. Don't no woman coochie get wet for a nigga that she's paying his rent. You just don't. You should have stayed with your first husband. You better hope them Diddy tapes come out, and you better hope that that first sex tape that you made with the first husband never come out neither. You know how awful you gotta be to drive this man back to drink after years of sobriety? You suck. Nobody likes you. Go home and tend to them children that you had via IVF. Go tend to them children. You done made enough money, Jennifer. You'd have been on stage lip syncing enough, Jennifer. You done gave us the same tie leotard copying Beyonce and the same tie 3-step with a cane. We're done. You're done. Bitch still gonna be trying to roll her hips when she in a damn wheelchair. We don't want to hear it, Jennifer. We don't. Anyway, y'all divorced now, so it ain't no script I can write. Ben gonna get his life together, and Jennifer, I'm writing you a script to stay at home for the next 3 to 4 years. They say we got monkeypox coming, so I don't know. We might be shut down again in 2025. We'll see. But you need to go stay home and tend to your children. They growing up real fast, looking just like they daddy, and got their daddy voice, not yours. Ooh, I know it be eating you up inside that even your baby girl eats you up on the vocals. You've been working with Stevie Mackey for 25 years and sucking Benny Medina ass for 34 years and still can't hit a note. Your baby girl went right into that first session and hit that shit. Because God gave her the gift of singing. He gave you the gift of pretending and being a grifter. You are the colonizer of the music industry. You are the Christopher Columbus of R&B and hip hop. And I'm gonna forever ride your ass until you're in diapers and drinking Geritol. Forever fixing your ratty ass throat to get on stage and sing some Soul Train music as if you had any soul and as if your ass would have ever made it in Motown. Bitch, they would have had you dumping the trash and cleaning the motherfucking toilets. Y'all got anything else to say to her? Wait a minute. Gima Jones said you would think she would get singing lessons. She does. She faithfully goes to vocal lessons for 20 years and is still a failure. Okay. All right, moving right along for that, we need to go ahead and get into Miss Tina and her now ex-husband, Richard. Okay, now, they both in their 70s or 60s, 70s. They up in age, all right? I will say they do look good for their age. Black don't crack. Now, Miss Tina got, she got that white blood, so that shit started to fall apart. But Beyonce got good money for good doctors. Okay? The same doctor that put Beyonce coochie together put their booty back together after the twins. I know y'all saw that Black is King visual album that 3 people watched, and y'all saw how that ass was sitting all the way up on her back. Okay? And they put that face back in place. Shout out to Miss Tina, but I don't want no smoke because Miss Tina will slap a bitch, and I just don't want none. And I don't want them killing my cats because they love to kill a cat. Anyway, so Miss Tina and Richard then cited irreconcilable differences. They then got a divorce. She has to pay Richard $300,000. Some people felt some kind of way. It really wasn't like she had to pay him. That was probably just half of whatever they had in like a joint bank account or something like that. That's it. That's all. She gets to keep her cars and her houses. He gets to keep his cars and his houses. He's worth a couple mil. She's worth about 20 mil. Either way, they ain't broken struggling. They'll be all right. All right. Now, let's say this. Why do y'all think that Miss Tina and Richard couldn't make the marriage work? I knew this was not going to work when I saw them on that Black Love documentary, because that was a curse. I don't know if y'all know, but pretty much all the couples that was on Black Love on the Oprah Winfrey Network back in the day are now divorced. But I remember when she said that he was not her first choice and she settled for him, and he ain't perfect and he ain't nowhere near perfect, but she can deal with him. I knew then it was done. I knew it was done when they went to dinner in Paris and her country ass couldn't pronounce nothing and he was sick of her. He was sick of her ass. It just goes to show, for every beautiful woman, it's a man that's tired of that bitch, that's tired of her, right? The people say she too dominant and she missed her first husband. They say she mean and he's a secret queen. Well, that probably should have been a perfect match. A mean woman and a gay man definitely do go together. Do y'all think she got that mad at him when he was liking all that prawn on Twitter? But he's a man. Wasn't nothing wrong with him liking, he like to see videos of girls getting them back shots. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We don't like back shots, cum shots, whatever you're into. I'm just saying, sometimes you be on the brown hub, XNXXX videos, you know what I'm saying? Watch a little black raw, you know what I'm saying? Dog fart. I'm just saying. So I'm just trying to figure out, why they couldn't work it out. Why they couldn't work it out. I don't know. But they signed paperwork saying that they wouldn't disparage one another, so I guess we'll never know. Or at least until I get some tea on them. I do got some tea on some celebrities tonight, for real, for real. Okay, next week, I wanted to say congratulations to Kimberly Kardashian. It ain't never gonna be West no more because he got a new wife now, and ain't no other man of substance ever gonna marry Kim. Kim went on one of them late night talk shows. I don't know if it was Seth Meyers or Jimmy Kimmel. All those old white men look the same to me after a while. And she went on there and said that her kids is so sick of her and so tired of her that they is ready for her to find a man. They said, "Mommy, we ready for you to start getting your back blown out. You are walking around here looking funny, looking crazy, starving yourself, eating 3 pieces of lettuce to fit in a size 2, when it was clear that your ass should have been a size 8 years ago." Anyway, this ain't me. I'm trying to actually be positive. Okay, so I'm gonna do the story and try to be positive. All right. So congratulations to Kim Kardashian for inking a production deal with Hulu. She's going to be starring in several movies and television shows, basically playing herself because she can only play herself or her pimp ass mammy that pimped her out for fame. She been sold a soul, so she can pretty much play a witch or she can, you get the point. You get the point. So anyway, she inked the deal with Hulu. She will be producing content, and then the first thing on her list was to give her friend Lala a job, and thank God Lala is going to be able to keep a job. Somebody got to pay for them clothes. Lala be running around here, ass naked, titties out, ass out, crack out, coochie cake out, all in front of her son, pose up with her son. Ain't no wrong with you spending time with your son. I know that is your baby boy, but I do want to let you know, Lala, I do want you to just cover up your titties and your ass when you with your son, all right? And then Kenya Barris, the cheater, he stayed cheating on his wife and was around there, dicking and dodging with Tracy Ellis Ross, who around here is showing her titties and her midriff. They all is a mess, baby. Hollywood is all falling apart. So I just wanted to officially say congratulations to them, and shout out to Kim for truly getting Lala together. Lala has, she's been the best friend to Kim, to Calendria, to to Sierra, to Vanessa Bryant. I don't want to call her the do girl because she wasn't like Shekinah. They wasn't making a fool of her, but Kim definitely got her together. You didn't fix Lala's lazy eye. She didn't went from looking ethnic to looking like an older version of Lori Harvey. And you fixed her ass and gave us some lipo, and you fixed some lopsided ass titties. We all know in that first season of Power that she was in, them titties were lopsided. A nipple was going north and another nipple was going south. So anyway, congratulations to them both. This was about as positive as I could be, and I look forward to all the content they'll be producing with all of the monotoneness and terrible acting, because can't name one of these bitches act. But whatever. They can't name one of these bitches act, and this nigga can't stay faithful. All right, moving right along from that, we got to talk about Keke. Do you love me? Are you wanting? Shout out to Keke. Now, folks been speculating if her and her baby daddy is back together. Last year we broke the story over here on this channel when he was flipping over the couch and flipping in the bed and talking about he was going to eat her and eat the baby, and that white blood was coming through, and, Keke thought she was finna be on a next episode of the first 48, child. She didn't know with all them crime shows she be watching, she was finna star in. She didn't know if Tamron Hall with the pixie cut was gonna come out from behind that dark shadow and talk about Lauren Kiana Palmer. They got mauled to death by her mixed baby daddy, all right? Because the only reason why Keke got with him is for that nut. He is tall, he is light-skinned, and got good hair, all right? She wanted a baby with him, and she wants a second baby. So, okay, so here's the thing, all right? Although they have not confirmed that they are back together, they actually got back together a long time ago. So while we was on the internet still dragging them, baby, they was back together already. They just didn't want us to know, okay? Number one. Number two, my source told me that they actually just had another fight as of 2 weeks ago, but we never found out. So they fight all the time. The abuse is apparently mutual, and I'm sorry. After my source hit me up, I gotta keep it real. The abuse is mutual, okay? From what I'm being told, Keke starts it, Keke starts it, he finishes it, okay? From what I'm being told, Keke do the talking, Keke's in charge, Keke boss him around, Keke look at him like a little bitch. I don't know no other way to put it. I've been told y'all she a baby dyke just like Tiana Taylor, and let me just tell the story. She's a baby dyke, okay? So at the end of the day, she's with this man just to have children, and that's it. She don't like him. He's not her type, okay? My source also told me that she is actively... Okay, I won't confirm anybody's anything because it's not my job to be in nobody's uterus, but what I was told is that at least as of last year, she already started to actively try to get pregnant with baby number 2. Now, is she currently pregnant? I don't know. But my source told me that as of last year, they started to try. And that after a supposed second baby gets born and she heals up and gets herself back together, we're going to see them go their separate ways again, and then she's going to be done. Allegedly, that's what I'm turning to the side, because I'm just telling y'all what they told me. Allegedly, okay? Okay? So she just wants the 2 baby special, and she's going to bounce. This is 2024. I believe this relationship will be done by Thanksgiving of next year. So it ain't nothing I can do for you, Keke. I will write you and your baby daddy a script for some family therapy so y'all can learn how to work through conflicts. I will write you a prescription for a OBGYN. I'm a peopleologist. I can't do nothing with your uterus, but I'm just here to let you know, baby. They crazy. They a hot mess. They both whoop on each other ass. And yeah, it is what it is. Like, he's not really her type, but he serves a purpose. And to be real with y'all, you know, this is a rough woman. All right. Let's talk. Let's talk. Okay. Cute baby, adorable baby. And if it wasn't for them both being toxic as hell, you know, he a little all lives matter and she hood as fuck. If it wasn't for that, they might actually, you know, they would actually make a cute couple, okay? This is a rough woman, and this is a very street smart woman, and this is a woman that, you know, she ain't been through Hollywood. She done been through all kinds of shit, even at the young age of just being in her early 30s, all right? But at the end of the day, the girl from Chicago, okay? She was raised by Sharon from Chicago, okay? My people from Chicago. I know Chicago women. Chicago women is rough. Memphis women is rough. St. Louis women is rough. They would cuss your ass out like a dirty dog. And he just don't know how to quite deal with that. And sometimes when she go a little too far, he just like to put his hands around her throat. That's all I can say. Okay? But you always got to know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with them. This is a rougher kind of woman, okay? And I just think that, you know, as much as y'all don't like when I say this, I just think I don't know if hood and suburban people should date. I just don't know. Y'all all listen. Y'all always say, you know, oh no, you know, like opposites attract. I don't know, like just a rougher kind of woman. She doesn't respect. You know, she kind of look at him like a punk. Okay. But it ain't done. They gonna be in the news again. And he's a dummy. But anyway. Moving right along from that, real quick, just wanted to shout out to Khloe. She was around there on the Kardashians. They did some show where they tested your biological age. Long story short, you know, Khloe go to all kinds of doctors because she have all kinds of headaches and body aches and her joints hurting, everything hurting, her coochie hurt because, you know, she done had several head transplants and a whole bunch of plastic surgery. But even though she done had her ribs cut out, her stomach cut out, all her waist, all her goods, all her thighs, and her big ass head, they've been downsized about 3 to 4 times. And even though they downsized their head about 3 to 4 times, it still doesn't quite match the body because the body got very small. All in all, Khloe is still pretty healthy overall. It looks like Khloe is going to outlive everybody. So I just wanted to tell you, Khloe, since, you know, you are healthy and you're going to be outliving everybody, that I want you to take this time that you have on earth to go and find your real people, go find your real pappy, your real aunties and uncles, so you can understand where you come from, so you won't be around here looking at your baby, talking about, oh, I don't know who he looked like, as if he didn't come out your coochie. Oops, he did it. He came out of surrogate during COVID, and you didn't even want to go pick him up because he had a dirty ass daddy. Anyway, that's all I had to say real quick on Khloe, real quick, because I was not going to take a lot of time with her. All right. Next story, we got Skai Jackson here from the Disney. Ain't she from the Disney Channel? Now, I didn't grow up on Skai. When Skai was on the Disney Channel, I don't even think I was watching Disney like that. I grew up on That's So Raven, Victorious. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. Damn, what else is coming on Disney around that time? I remember Lizzie McGuire, Even Stevens. Yeah, I think Skai is like after me. I think that's after my generation. Look, you know, little tiny little thing. Now, I never seen her in person. I seen the girl from Blackish Marseille Martin working out in Buckhead, and she's a little tiny thing too. But you know, they didn't grow up now. Yeah, Sweet Life Zach and Cody. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I don't know what's going on with these Disney girls and beating up their light-skinned baby daddies. Can I ask y'all something? Why do y'all like to beat on y'all light-skinned baby daddies? Allegedly, Skai is pregnant and engaged to this very tall, light-skinned man. And they was outside having a domestic dispute. And after the cops look at the tapes, they put her ass in jail because they said her little ass was on his ass. Now hell, she can't even reach his face. She come up to about his nipple, and she's still probably standing on her tippy toes. She really low key come up to about his rib. You know what? Even though y'all say she little, somebody hit you in your ribs, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. They said she's whooping it. What between her and Keke? Why do y'all like whooping on y'all light skinned baby daddies? I'm trying to figure it out. And she loves her light skinned man because before him, remember she was with Jewels. And he put her coochie all on the internet. And hell, she was messing with Jewels when he was underage, but we gonna leave that alone. We don't talk about that. Anyway, we'll see what the state of California do. I don't know if she gonna do any time. I highly doubt it. There were no bruises, although he light skinned, so I'm pretty sure that he bruises easily. But I just want to know why y'all beat up on y'all light skinned baby daddies. Stop beating up y'all light skinned baby daddies. I want to know what's going on. Skai, what that boy do that was so bad while you pregnant with an engagement ring on, swinging and acting like you fighting for your life? Girl, you crazy as hell just like your mammy. What is really the problem? Is that money running low? Was you? No, I'm not light skinned. Absolutely not. What was that money running low? Huh? Were you hungry? I know pregnant women, they be hungry. Did you want some ice cream and pickles? You wanted some pizza? What? Did he go get some food and I tell you first? Like, what is the problem? Anyway, it's a whole new day apparently, and now when y'all hit these millions, baby, y'all gonna be serving time. So all I gotta say is if you swing on your nigga, make it worth it. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I don't have listen, I can send her to anger management. That's about it, but she gonna keep whooping his ass, and he probably liked this shit. That's the thing. They all say they want a feminine, submissive woman and don't be with one. Y'all say it's the pregnancy age. Was it fun? Because it's fun storm. We like putting a pause on them. Well, y'all gonna be having misdemeanor charges. Who said she from the Bronx? She from the Bronx? Well, you ain't gotta say nothing else. She's from the Bronx? How she get in trouble if he didn't press charges? Because the state of California still press charges. This ain't about him. This is about the state of California, as Lovely T says. Maybe it's the love sign. Okay, we gonna move right along from that. Ain't nothing else we can do for Skai. But she growing up to be a pretty young lady. But crazy as hell like a mammy. I ain't surprised. Move right along from there. We gotta talk about Kanye and his wife Bianca. Bianca is allegedly trying for a baby with Ye, as if they already don't walk around looking a hot ass mess. Let's just really put this together. Bitch, you walk around butt ass naked and flat footed. This nigga walking around addicted to laughing gas and don't know if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But yet y'all think y'all are ready to be parents once again. Kanye ain't even with his original children that he had with the real brand version of you, because you the off-brand version of Kim, bitch. Even though he ain't even spend no time with his actual children, you ready to lay on your back and give him some more children, in which Bianca said are going to be perfect, healthy specimens. They are going to, baby, them kids are going to look just like the other kids because you look just like they mammy. Those kids are going to be very mixed and very confused and wondering why Daddy got mommy on a dog chain walking around with her titties out and flat-footed all in the street. I'm just trying to figure it out. At this point, I'm a little afraid for y'all to have any children. Shit, if y'all bring any children to the world, they might call them people on y'all to come and take them away because ain't neither one of y'all in the right mind. I mean, damn, who gonna keep the baby? Y'all always have some kind of nasty ass orgy or you sucking his dick on boats in public. So who's gonna watch the baby while you giving him head and licking his toes and licking his feet everywhere y'all go? I can tell y'all gonna be them freaky ass parents that your kids can't even have no sleepovers because y'all always having a swingers party. Y'all gonna be them nasty ass parents walking around the house. You probably fuck you every you in the kitchen, you on the floor, you in the bed. Oh my God. And now you want to have a baby? He was just talking about putting your coochie out and making Yeezy prawn. So how you go from Yeezy prawn to a baby? Or is y'all gonna make pregnancy prawn? I don't know what y'all, as in the words of Lil Jones, y'all got it going on over there. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But I kind of feel for the children. I don't think it's safe. I don't think y'all safe. Hell, we know Ye ain't safe. Them people been trying to take Ye out for the longest. Damn, they was trying to kill Ye via the dentist. That's how Hollywood get down. Guess it wasn't meant for me to make it in Hollywood. Damn, not if they gonna get you through the dentist. Something going on. I'll keep an eye on it though. I don't approve of y'all having no children, but it ain't my choice. We'll see. Moving right along from that, we got to talk about Caresha. Don't think just because I was off that I forgot about you, Caresha. You sat down on that couch with your big friend, you know, one of the world famous nigga bitches, you know, Saucy Santana himself. And so Caresha sat on that couch looking a hot ass mess. Saucy Santana sat on the other couch with a chin strap beard and built like a refrigerator. You know, I didn't know if I was looking at Saucy or Rick Ross. I didn't know what was going on. I really didn't. Okay. I will keep it real. Saucy and the questions he asked were not half bad. But if you want me to take you seriously, Caresha, I'm going to need you to go to an actual journalist that's going to get to the nitty gritty and ask you the real details. You know, you didn't answer his question. Did Diddy kick off in your ass? Has he slapped you? Has he punched you? Has he choked you? Did he break your nose like he broke Kim Porter's? Did he grape you? Did he make you participate in nasty ass orgies? Or were you really down with it the whole entire time and now you're just trying to save what little career you do have left because you have absolutely no talent and you really don't belong in the entertainment industry? Let's just be real. Caresha is a glorified prostitute. Now, I appreciate you for holding it down for the shitty girls when JT was in prison, but we all know that JT got the talent, and we just like to make fun of you in the way that you talk because you definitely talk in cursive. You backtrack everything. You don't stand on business. Okay? First, you said I like to get peed out. My throat crazy. So you know, at first you was getting pissed on. You was a human toilet, okay? You was a human toilet, and your throat was a cum dumpster. Now all of a sudden you ain't never done none of that, and you just made it up, and it's fake and it's all that. We ain't forgot that you told Gina that Diddy would make her get on her knees and eat your coochie. Anyway, I feel truthfully you and Diddy is the same person. I don't buy none of this shit. If it wasn't for Diddy, you still wouldn't be shit and we wouldn't even really be paying attention to you at this point. You can really go back into the abyss with your baby daddy as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I mean, you, JT, really all these hoes. I mean, convinced a whole generation of girls to be hoes, you know, try to compare yourself to Kaya, but ain't there none of y'all bitches Kaya because Kaya got real lyrics. Kaya was freaky, but had actual lyrics. Trina made whole music, but Trina had actual good music. You hoes nowadays don't have good music. Y'all are just hoes. See, y'all forgot the whole point of making stripper music is to also give the music, not just be the stripper. And so you got around Diddy, you didn't take your music seriously. You didn't even take your show seriously. Hell, you only gave us an episode once every 4 months, and then you somehow won Podcast of the Year when everybody else is out here putting in work every day. Call it what it is. You were a paid prostitute. You were a glorified whore. And you convinced a bunch of young girls between 2016 and 2019 to be hoes and get money, get money, get money, get money, get money. Meanwhile, you was in a committed relationship. Meanwhile, JT's been in a committed relationship the whole time. Now, JT, you know, even though she with Uzi and she sold her soul to the devil and she's in a relationship with a gay man, she is still in a relationship with that gay man. All right, and apparently both you bitches like gay men. So I'm just... Anyway, I say all that to say you brought nothing to the table when you came onto the scene. In all these years, you have not brought anything to the table. And in the unforeseen future, you will not bring anything to the table. You kept saying in this interview, I done came too far. Me and my kids can't go back. We know you can't go back to the hood. I mean, hell, look at you. You ain't even going to fit in the hood. Now, I know you can't go back to the hood. You'll figure something out, but music is not going to be it. You might want to find your next baller. You might want to find your next old man. You might want to find the next man to turn you into a human toilet. I heard Dubai is open. You know, Zeus Network is always open if you want to go eat Natalie Nunn's coochie and, you know, stick your tongue in her ass. Figure it out. But you didn't clear up anything. And honestly, if you couldn't talk about it, I would have rather you have just kept your mouth shut. But what do you really know about keeping your mouth shut? Because normally your mouth is open when Diddy is pissing in it. How does Ciroc piss taste? Because I know he wasn't drinking no water before he was pissing in your mouth. I know that piss was stank too. So glad I didn't go over there to revolt. Anyway, that's all I got to say. She really wasn't talking about you, to be honest. All right. Real quick, remember them? This is Lala Milan and her baby daddy, Tyler P., who's like a model. I don't even think he acts. He's like a model, like Instagram dude or whatever. Okay, so remember when they popped up and popped out pregnant and everybody was surprised because, you know, they were saying he was bisexual, he was gay. By the way, y'all say everybody bisexual and gay, but this is what the streets were saying. And I guess now they done broke up, if they was ever really together. Let me ask y'all something. Is these people, do they really be together, or do the women just be like, I'm going to have a baby with my gay bestie? Which is it? Which is it? Do they really be together? Or do they be like, you know what? I want a baby. Let me call my gay bestie. Do y'all be like, he cute, I'm going to just have a baby with him? Because I don't never believe that this was real. Hold up. Y'all said he looked gay. Okay, now tell me, what about him look gay? I'm just being serious. What about him look gay? Just curious. It's obvious. What is it? Is it because he's well groomed? Is it all the tattoos? What is it? They did wear pink for this photo shoot, but they were pregnant with a boy. I noticed that too. His face, he has a gay looking face. What does that mean? Because his eyebrows are arched? I'm just asking y'all to tell me. He admitted he was bi. No, I haven't heard him admit that. Now, his brother is gay. It's his lips. So y'all know penis sucking lips when y'all say he has a feminine glow. Oh. He's pretty. Some men are pretty. Just like some women are butchy. It be the eyes for me. Not masculine, pretty, hetero, real. Okay. All right. So anyway, I want to play y'all this clip because I thought this was just absolutely hilarious. All right. I thought this was hilarious. So Tyler Parker was over there on the TikTok and or Instagram or somewhere, and just listen to this.
So I'm like, man, you don't know about no basketball. She's like, what? I like the way you dunk. She was shooting her shot. So I'm like, man, you don't know about no basketball. She's like, what? I like the way you dunk. And it really just went from there, man. So funny. No, I didn't shoot my shot first. She hates when I say this. I don't slide in nobody's DMs. I don't. All right, so bam, October 14th, I had a screenshot put in my close friend because I'm like, this supposed to mean knowing damn well she on who. She gonna put the fire. So let me show y'all the video. So why would I post it for the public? Like this for the close friends to see. That was in 2021. I screenshot out like, come on, man, she don't know my damn basketball. She wouldn't have kept scrolling because you want to know what she told me? She said no matter what I posted that day, she was going to comment fire emoji. She said I could have been eating cookies. She would exactly comment. She said she was going to put the fire emoji anyway. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't slide nobody DMs, man. I be chilling. Nah.
Now, I do have to say, this is what happens when you make the man the prize. I don't think this was necessary to blast out the fact that your baby mama slid in your DMs. Okay? Ladies, would you be upset if your man showed the world that you chased him? Okay? I just want to know. Do y'all feel some kind of way? The people say they didn't broke up. I kind of feel like with him doing this, they are broken up. Keke said, damn, she was that desperate. Another Mr. Biles. Wow. This generation is special. Wow. Lil TV said, cause he gay. Wow. I mean, this is bad. This is embarrassing. This is why you don't make the man the prize. This is what happens. Jonathan is Simone 1.5. The Bible said a man finds a woman. That is true. Well, listen. The people say they didn't broke up. I can write you a script, for a little piece of child support. Although I don't know how them coins coming in. You know, all the boys in LA have G-Wagons and, you know, mini mansions that they rent out and split the rent 8 different ways. So, you know, just because they in LA don't mean they got LA money. Just because they got a G-Wagon don't mean they got any money in their bank account. So I don't know how much you gonna get, I don't think you need it though, You got your own back. Oh my God, what if she has to pay? You know, I just thought about this. What if she has to pay him child support? They never consider that. Who y'all think make the most money, her or him? Anyway, we're gonna move right along from that. Okay. I wanted to really quickly go over, give y'all the scoop on Misa Hylton. Okay, as y'all know, Misa Hylton is the mother of Justin Combs with Diddy, even though we all know that Justin Combs belongs to Wolf. We done broke that down on this channel many, many times. I'm not going to hold y'all with that. But this is what I want y'all to know. Diddy is going down. Diddy is going to be indicted soon, okay? So this is why you have seen his sons buy houses. You know, he's pretty much getting rid of his money, putting it in different places. He's doing the Tasha K, all right? He's doing what the white men do. So, you know, when the feds really come in, they won't be able to find all the money, even though a lot of the money is going to go to the attorneys, okay? So, with that being said, Misa was actually going to come out with her own book, but allegedly, and this is exclusive, Misa and Diddy worked out a proposition, and she was given a check, and he bought her a new car. And so this is her gift to keep her mouth shut. So you will not see Misa do any interviews. You will not see her speak out negatively on him again. You will not see her even comment. If she comment, it's going to be something to do with Justin, and she's going to keep it cute. You know, last year she wasn't keeping it cute. She was talking. She was talking a lot. According to my tea, she got a heavy payout from Diddy to shut the hell up. And this car was part of the payments. He gave her a car and a check. Let me ask y'all, do y'all think she wrong for taking the money? I don't know how much it was. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't know how much it was. Was she wrong for taking the money and taking the car? They say no. Yes. Chocolate Chunk said, really, for a car? Listen, it's people go crazy for a nice car. Shit. People go wild for a nice car. Not surprised. It's a payout. That's her atonement to answer. Anyway, it is what it is on that. So shout out to Misa. Okay. Now, next, I wanted to go ahead and get into let me pull this up. I wanted to get into this Tyrese story. Okay. Now, as y'all know, Tyrese and DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club got beef. Okay. Tyrese and DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club got beef. And they got beef because Tyrese befriended Gia and DJ Envy. I'm going to call him Rashawn. Tyrese befriended Gia and Rashawn. He sung for them. He helped, them put their marriage back together. He kind of served as like a marriage counselor. And then he started getting a little too freaky with Gia. He started being on the phone all the time with Gia, singing in the ear, singing to her over the phone, and putting in that work. And Rashawn was scared that finally a man had came around that could make his wife come. Because Rashawn don't make his wife come. Rashawn ain't made his wife squirt. Rashawn ain't never made her toes curl. He ain't never made her cream. Only thing he did was made her eyes wet when he cheated on her with Erica Mena and her stank ass breath. Okay? So this man was afraid that he was about to get his karma. This man was afraid because a chocolate man was going to put it down on his wife. And he felt it. I wouldn't let no chocolate man around my wife, especially one that can sing. Hell no. Hell no. It was only a matter of time. Once you get in a woman's head, that's it. That's it. And he helped y'all with y'all marriage. He already know y'all secrets. And y'all trust him? You think I'm finna let a chocolate nigga with abs and a bald head? Chocolate niggas with bald heads will the shit out your, all right? Tyrese was finna have DJ Envy over there looking like Boyce Watkins, when Willie D was, holding his wife at they with y'all already saw that shit. Anyway, I guess DJ Envy said, bitch, I ain't Boyce Watkins. You got to get out. Finally, a man was going to make her come. And you ruined it, Rashawn. You ruined it. She wasn't going to leave you. She was just going to enjoy herself. She's a very stiff woman. She was going to be walking around there smiling for a change. And you ruined it, Rashawn. Godly, you ruined it. Anyway, let's play this clip. We'll be right back.
Tyrese took to his social media platforms to say that DJ Envy was not allowing him to come on the Breakfast Club to talk about one of his most recent projects due to a previous issue they had. Now, in the post, Tyrese said, DJ Envy wouldn't let me in. I'm still stuck here at the door. I guess the Breakfast Club don't want me to tell anyone about #BeautifulPain. Charlamagne the God, please come open the door, King. For those of you who are confused on this beef like I was, these two previously had an issue because Tyrese was actually good friends with DJ Envy and his wife Gia. Her and Tyrese had a close relationship, but Tyrese began to get too demanding of her time and actually began to give her flirtatious compliments DJ Envy said was not appropriate for a married woman.
I didn't give him my time and my attention. He would get very angry.
What lines did he cross?
You know, there was flirting and inappropriate compliments.
Certain things that you don't say to a man's wife. And
now, DJ Envy says that Tyrese was very disrespectful with his flirtations, especially considering the fact that Gia is a married woman. He says that he respects Tyrese for getting him and his wife through a rough patch. If you guys don't know what he's referring to, he's probably referring to the time he cheated on Gia with Erica Mena. Apparently, Tyrese helped these two get over that hump.
Tyrese helped save our relationship. When we were going through probably our lowest point and I cheated, Tyrese came in and really helped us and guided us through our relationship.
DJ Envy actually checked Tyrese about this live on air and said he should have boxed him in his mouth.
And you can say that you weren't, but as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserved me to box your mouth.
This entire situation is also crazy. I'm curious to know what y'all.
I mean, damn, Rashawn, you can't even talk tough without sounding sus. Box your mouth? Is that what they say up in New York? I'm gonna box your mouth, son. Is that what they say? You know, Rashawn, you done threatened a few people over the years, and we ain't never seen you get out that chair. What I do know, Rashawn, is that Daddy Diddlebop checked you and put you in your place. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. Got all that smoke for Tyrese, you and had all that smoke for Jesus and Mero. You didn't have no smoke for Diddy when he told you to mind your damn business. You tucked your tail like it was your daddy checking your ass, nigga.
Y'all think about this. Tyrese has come out and said that he was on some psych meds that had him acting very crazy. And DJ Envy went on to say he unblocked Tyrese because he found out he was on those meds. So he figured that he was acting crazy because of that. Now, I'm guessing DJ Envy is just tired of Tyrese's shenanigans because he is not allowing him to come back on the show following these incidences. I'm curious to know what y'all think about this. This is literally also crazy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace.
All right, so what are y'all thoughts? Who do y'all think is wrong? Is DJ Envy in the wrong? Is Tyrese in the wrong? Now, I don't know what's going on with Tyrese and this singing and putting on costumes, and they say he trying to, I guess, play Teddy Pendergrass or play Marvin Gaye. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Tyrese. All right. We got to come back. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow, and talk about Tyrese. And he's still going back and forth in court with his wife. It's a lot going on. All right. He need to let Gia get that. He do need to let Gia. He can't handle it, though. You know, men can't handle it. They can't handle that. Because Tyrese is going to put in that work. Tyrese, this ain't old. It just happened. Tyrese is going to put in that work. Anyway, we're going to move right along from that. Okay, let's come back over here. And let's go to... All right, Nelly. So we had to come and talk about Nelly. Just because I was off Nelly. Cornelius, I ain't forgot about you neither. Now, Nelly got pulled over, you know, being on his ninja shit, driving a car with no insurance, couldn't find his driver's license, no registration, just like a St. Louis ninja. By the way, did Cornelius move back to St. Louis? Did he move back home? He's been home a lot lately. What happened to the house in LA? What happened to the house in Atlanta? Quite frankly, if I'm being honest with y'all, a lot of y'all need to go back home. Let's have this conversation real quick, okay? A lot of y'all need to go back home. A lot of y'all struggling, okay? You don't belong in Houston. You don't belong in Dallas. You don't belong in Atlanta. You don't belong in Miami. You in Miami with an Indianapolis work ethic, and it ain't gonna work. All up on Threads talking about why my rent $5,000. I'm sick of looking at y'all make the same post. I try to get on Threads. That's all they say. Shit, I moved to LA. Is it that? Oh shit, I moved. Shit, I moved. Shit. Shit, I thought I moved to like y'all done moved me out. I'm trying to feel. It was the Lord put it on my spirit to say on the camera that yeah, y'all don't belong in Vegas. A lot of y'all need to go home. A lot of y'all need to go back to Ohio and Virginia. Get out of Atlanta, baby. It's not for you. Okay, I know you moved there because we're out of Atlanta. I know you moved there, you thought you was gonna be a star and you thought you was gonna become a rapper. You're not, baby. Atlanta ain't even got it like that no more. It's done. It's done. Go home. Go back to Montana. Get out of Charlotte. I don't know why y'all went to Charlotte thinking that was a fancy city that's still a small town. I'm sick of y'all complaining on Instagram and Twitter and Threads. Go home. It is not for everyone. Coming from West Virginia, going to LA and working like you're still in West Virginia. No, ma'am. Go home. Go back to Minnesota, get your $800 rent, your $1,500 rent, and go about your fucking business. Okay? Then came to Nashville, came to Dallas, came to Austin to work security. Go home. Sick of y'all online talking about how much you struggling. Yeah, everybody's struggling. Yeah, I know. But guess what? You know where you're going to struggle less? At home. We need to really talk about that. It's time for a lot of folks to go home. Ain't you from Arizona? I'm actually not, baby. First off, baby, I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. That's where I'm from. First off. Second off, I would love to go back to Arizona. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. Anyway, but this ain't about that. That was a little jokey though. And so Nelly got pulled over, and people, was clowning him, and they was like, damn, Ashanti about to deliver. First off, she didn't already had that baby. I heard. I ain't seen no pictures, but I heard she had that baby, and I heard she had a boy, allegedly. Now, okay. Number one, the real reason why Nelly and Ashanti broke up all those years ago is because Nelly allegedly stole millions of dollars from Ashanti to gamble with, because apparently Nelly has a gambling addiction. I never knew this. He has a horrible gambling addiction, okay? Now, they did find him with a few ecstasy pills, but what I'm also told is that in addition to that gambling addiction that he still has till this day, hold up, he's also allegedly addicted to meth. That's what my source told me. It ain't just the exit, baby. It's meth. Yes. Allegedly. That's all. Allegedly. And I was like, you know what? What? First off, black people do smoke meth because I used to live in Arizona. I saw a bunch of black people that did meth. But hold up. Before y'all say no, don't y'all remember when his tour bus a few years back got stopped when they had them white girls on the tour bus? I think he was in Seattle. Don't y'all remember they found meth on the tour bus? I was told he's replaced several teeth over the years. This is what my source told me. Don't y'all remember that? TMZ covered the story. The white girls, and remember that one white girl said she got R-word, got raped. And they found meth on the bus. And I thought it was just a white girl. But then when my source said, no, he does meth too, I said, oh. Now, Ashanti know what it is. She married him anyway. That's your husband. What it say? For rich or for poor, in sickness and in health. Ashanti needs to stick by her husband. I had to get y'all. I told y'all. I mean, his skin don't look like he does meth. Thank God. I'm just telling you what was told to me. Jay Perry said, "Yep," and if I'm not mistaken, he even got some teeth replaced while he was doing his reality show. That's when when he was with Ashanti the first time, he gambled and lost around $8 million. And she exited stage left. $8 million. This was back in the day when he was really making that money. So to this day, he's still a gambling addict and allegedly a drug addict. Let me say this too. I've seen Nelly in person one time. I saw him in St. Louis. I was in high school. I was actually riding my mama's bus. She used to drive the bus in St. Louis. And he went past us in a black Lamborghini. And his skin was not smooth. Now, I'm not saying he had craters and all that, but he definitely had a face full of acne. He definitely had a face full of acne. I remember like, damn, his skin kind of fucked up. Kind of messed up. I remember that. And this would have been 2000. I was in high school, so I graduated 2011. This would have been around 2009 or 2010 when I saw him. And if I think I lied, I saw him in West County, St. Louis. My St. Louis people know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh yeah, that's my T. That allegedly. All right, so we're gonna move right along from that. All right, and I had to report on this story real quick. Shout out to T.I. and Tiny. Their 2005 human trafficking case and great case has been dropped. Okay, so if I can report on it. And I can report the negative. I can report the positive as well. Allegedly, it was dropped. Now, was any money exchanged? I don't know. I don't know what God they serve and what kind of witchcraft baby they do, because all their cases seem to be dropped, even when the streets say they very, very guilty, okay? They say you party with them, you will wake up with a big toe in your coochie. But nonetheless, I'm Tiny. And Tip, they like to take and stick his tip in everything. They are officially cleared of all charges. They are innocent as of now. And so I have to report the positive with the negative, okay? Hopefully they learn from this. Hopefully they can finally close this open-ass marriage. Tiny ain't never wanted this open marriage. Hopefully T.I. done got all the cheating out of his system. Hopefully T.I. done got all the cheating out of his system so that Tiny ain't got to chop and screw her face and her body no more to try to keep up with these young hoes that he loves, okay? Because he loves him a mixed girl. He loves him a pretty mixed girl. Everything that Tiny is not. Well, she mixed, but she ain't never been pretty, okay? And this is a rough life for Tiny. I'm just keeping it real. Do you know how hard it is to be light-skinned and still be unattractive? How hard it is to be mixed? And your face still look a mess? It's rough. It's a rough life. It was a rough life for Tiny. We cut her a little slack. Okay? We cut her a little slack. So they've been cleared of all charges, and T.I. gonna continue to try to do comedy even though he sucks. He gonna continue to try to grow them dreads. He been growing them dreads for years, and they ain't even reached his shoulders yet. If you get to the age of 50 and your beard don't connect, it never will. He always look a nappy mess. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't know. Between him and I think it's Kyrie Irving that never brushes his hair, that just bothers me. I'm not even being anti-black. I promise I'm not. But why you can't run a brush over your head or a comb why you don't go to the barber and, you know, shave that? Because it's never gonna connect. You're 50. It's done. Like, you're not a teenager. Anyway, it was interesting when I met him because me and him are the same height. I thought that was interesting. Anyway, we're gonna move right along from that. Okay. They've been cleared for now. All right. Kalani and her baby Zeddy. Kalani. Another. My good Lord, y'all love having babies with these gay men allegedly. But he was bisexual. Okay. So this is Kalani, the singer. I'm not gonna go through all the text messages and this, that, and the third. I'm gonna just give y'all the tea that was told to me. 5'9"? Who 5'9"? T.I. is my height. We're 5'6.5". We are the same height. T.I. just weighs probably, he probably weighs like 60 pounds less than me. Floyd Mayweather always said he was 5'9". And when I met Floyd, no, he said 5'8". And when I met Floyd, I was looking down at him a little bit. Listen. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway. So this Kalani and her baby daddy, he took her to court, filed papers on her, and said that she was part of a cult, and he was afraid for his child, and because they do have a baby together, and he wants full custody of his child, because Kalani is involved in some kind of sex cult, and he don't want his baby to be touched, and this, that, and the third. Okay. 5'9" with the heart of a 6'4" nigga, baby, he 5'6". Okay. Y'all want to know the tea that I heard? Y'all ready? Okay, y'all ready? All right. First off, apparently Javon, who's the baby daddy, is not actually bisexual. That was a lie that they made up. It was all Kalani's idea. Kalani has been in charge. Actually, now that I think about it, all these stories tonight are women that are leading these relationships. And this shit still turns out a mess. I just don't think it's me. I don't know. I believe that part alone. I ain't trying to sound like Princella. Shout out to Princella. Okay, so remember Javon came out and he accused her of being part of a sex cult, and then he went and then he retracted everything, and then now he came back and leaking these text messages, this, that, and the third. Okay, so he was not lying. Kalani is a part of a sex cult, part of a Hollywood. It's like it's a spiritual cult. It's the best way I don't want to say a coven, because Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie were a part of the same witch coven. Excuse me. I don't want to be derogatory. I mean, I guess if you're a Christian, you would call what they do behind the scenes witchcraft, but it is definitely a cult. Okay. It's a cult in which sex magic is being used. You understand? Now, as far as her baby being at risk, I don't know nothing about that part, so I'm not going to lie on the baby. But from what I was being told, she's absolutely in a spiritual cult. And they control every aspect of her life. And they do a lot of magic on each other, other people, sex magic. It gets real. Hold up. This spiritual sex cult, whatever you want to call it, that she's in, guess who else is in it? Y'all ready? It's another singer. Y'all ready? I can't lose when I'm with you. Lose and miss a moment. You but nobody like you do. SZA, Miss Solana herself. And all the witchcraft that they've been doing has ruined SZA's personal life. She can't even hardly perform and keep her mind straight, which is why SZA posted, it was either on her Instagram or her Twitter, that she was going to take a break from working and she got to get her life together. What's happening with SZA is that she been playing with a lot of shit that she really don't understand, and now she got to go to somebody else to get off whatever they did in this cult. That's why she got that BBL. Oh, yeah. That's why they go crazy. I don't know about the BBL, but that's why they start to go crazy. And if y'all don't let me forget, we're going to talk about Taraji and Oprah, Tiffany Haddish, and Tamar Braxton as well. This is a very real cult that Kalani is a part of. SZA is a part of it too. This man is not lying. Now, you know work is being done on him to shut him up. When you practice different types of spirituality, all right, I'll just say witchcraft. They have work for your legal problems. So what happens is when you go up against a celebrity, right? You have the law, right? You have what you can prove in a court of law. You have their attorneys that you're fighting, and then you also have their spiritual workers that you're fighting. So it's kind of like why 50 Cent doesn't lose cases. The Kardashians don't really lose lawsuits. And most attorneys don't even want to go up against the Kardashians in court. Who has another strong law team? I can't think of. Taylor Swift does. I can't think of it off the other ones off the top of my head. But my point is, it's a lot. It's a lot you face when you go after people like this. Hopefully he's spiritually protected. But it's not going to be easy. You may see, yeah, Cardi is another one. Yeah, Cardi is another one. There was no way Tasha was going to be able to beat her. Oh, I got a story on Cardi too. But yes, there was no way Tasha was going to beat Cardi. And I'm going to keep it real. And I don't fuck with the bitch, but actually Tasha should have won that case. That case should have been thrown out. But like I told y'all, when you going up against somebody that is spiritually protected and then got so many people behind them, and then a lot of the magic that certain people in the industry practice, you have to understand it's ancestral. So what happens is that with each generation, when they pass the magic down, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And so that's really what Tasha was going up against. Even when she went to Africa and her husband people helped her and this, that, and the third, it was already too late. At this point, pretty much what Tasha is doing is just rituals to just keep her safe. But this code is absolutely real. Okay? This code is real. I cannot speak on if they touch children. I cannot lie. But from what I was told, baby, they control every aspect of your life. Every aspect of your life. Beyonce too. And with her, it's ancestral. Her and Solange came from their mama. Their mama came from her mama. I don't know what Matthew practiced on his side. I don't know if he has spiritual people on his side. And I sometimes be wondering, was it in my family? Now, I know not on my mama's side. They Jesus love us, which ain't no wrong with praying for, the blood. Ain't no wrong with that. But I remember my grandmother on my father's side used to always say, we come from a group of people that ran naked in the woods. And I never got clarification on what that meant. I never got clarification. Like, damn, what was we natives or is it? And then some of the shit we used to do, like, you know, swinging a male child in and out of the house or putting like cayenne pepper in your floor wash. And I look back and I'm just like, is this hoodoo? You know what I mean? Is this hoodoo? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Indians? Could be maroons. I'm just asking. I don't know. Is hoodoo? Okay. I don't know. Now I know anybody. I don't get read by everybody. I've been read by a couple people, and they always say that I have strong female ancestral protection. Ain't that something? Even in the spirit world, it's the women that look out for me. I guess my male ancestors don't give a damn. It's the women that, even in the spirit world, the women got our back. That's why I don't let nobody pray for me but a black woman. I told y'all that. God answers black women's prayers. I'm convinced. You say funny, but you're not surprised. No, seriously. People that see it, like when they look, yeah. And I remember it was a witch that said it. She said, "I see it behind you," and I'm like, "What? What you see behind me? What you see? What you see?" And she's like, "They're behind you, but they're female." But then, what happened to the men when they? Are we lazy in the physical world and in the spiritual world? Then it started to make you think maybe God is a woman, because you know, I'm just saying. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna move on from that. Okay, so we're gonna move along from that. All right, YG and Saweetie. Okay. Now, they recently got into an argument, a domestic dispute. They were so loud that, of course, the cops were called. And then that was that. That's really all we know about it. Oh, I'm so nervous to report this. But it's all alleged. Okay. So I was told that they got into an argument because YG was not forthcoming. Oh, shit. Shit. YG was not forthcoming with his health, allegedly. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Ah! Ah! Ugh. Allegedly, yes. I won't say STD. We'll say a CD. Whenever we gonna use code words. Allegedly, he has a CD that he never told Saweetie about. Okay, and I was just like, no. But then, yeah, don't be scared. Your ancestor got you. I know, but it's just like, whew. Okay, now. I was like, no, oh my God, no. My source was like, well, look up the article. And I said, article? There was an article. So I'm going to read y'all the article from 2014, okay? His ex-girlfriend. Via the Jasmine brand. Now, as you can tell from this screenshot, this is how Instagram used to look. Okay, y'all remember? This is how Instagram used to look. Now, Caitlyn later took back her claims of YG. She took back the claims, but this is what she posted in 2014. Is it true? I don't know. I just allegedly tell you what I'm told. Let's read the post from his ex-girlfriend in 2014 that she took back later. She said, YG has just informed me due to the fact that I waited too long to be honest about someone that I used to talk to that I'm evil and a terrible person. Now he is trying to tell me I need to push out a baby at 4 months so he can be comfortable. That's not the sick part. Telling me what can I offer him to fix it. His offer to fix what he did to me was a check. A check for not telling me he had that he had Hermes purses. Okay. A check for not telling me that he had Hermes purses and then continuously having sex and oral sex with random women after he has already brought this to me. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Does he know pain? There's some kind of typo. Am I really the evil one? Called me selfish. Told me that any BITCH would ride for him because of who he is, discrediting everything I went through, and said I'm not the first BITCH that found out he had it, and put LOL as if he wanted me to feel like I can't be replaced. She had typos all in this. Don't think he knows what cold-hearted is, so I should remind him. Okay. And that was an article from 2014, so 10 years ago. I don't know what to say. But my source told me don't mess with nobody in the industry. She said none. She said pretty much most of them got it. And they don't, and it's not a big deal to them. And they won't tell you beforehand. It's just no big deal. All right, moving right along. Okay, move right along. I'm just telling you what I'm talking. All right, move right along from that. All right, so we real quick. Oh wait, I didn't change the page. Okay, there we go. All right, move right along from there. We got to talk about Michael Jordan's failed son, Marcus Jordan. As you guys can see, he's having a good old alkaline breakfast of watermelon and mango and cocaine and snow bunnies. I thought this was absolutely hilarious. I can't show the picture of him actually snorting the coke because we're on YouTube. But my whole point is anybody surprised that he's on that white girl? Is anybody surprised that he be high as hell? When you are the son of Michael Jordan and you have accomplished nothing of your own, what else do you have to do besides stay high as hell? I really don't. To me, I mean, I guess my only thing that surprised me, my nose run. The only thing that surprised me was that he was doing this out in the public. I thought normally, they like ushered themselves off to the bathroom to finish doing what they do. But I guess people just sniff it all out in public now. I feel like this is pretty embarrassing, but then again, it's not because pretty much everybody doing it in Hollywood. He is a whole cokehead. We knew he was high as hell when he was messing around with Larsa because Larsa had absolutely nothing to offer him. But that's that. He didn't respond. Daddy ain't said nothing either. Daddy Jordan ain't said nothing either. And it is what it is. He just don't give a damn. We're going to move right along from that. Ain't much to say. He happy as hell, though. I said not an alkaline breakfast. Now y'all know I know Dr. Sabi nephew. I'm gonna ask Dr. Sabi nephew, what about a diet of watermelon and mango and Coke? Jeez